It was indeed very prestigious to have received a personal invitation from the Vice Chancellor of Delta State University, Professor Andy Ogochukwu Egunyenga. I hope I got that right. And this was to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Delta State University, Abraka. That's DELSU, the school that I finished from. Now, people get invited for all sorts, but when the university where you spent 9 years invites you, I'm sure the feeling will be different, especially when you remember those days that your lecturers took turns in dealing with you. I'm talking about the good old days when the ones you loved broke and tore your heart to pieces. I'm talking about those nights that the court boys would come for your life. I'm talking about those days that the news about the passing of your parents would meet you in your room or just when you're coming out of your exam hall. I'm talking about those days where you work extra hard to pay both your fees and that of your siblings. Like the saying goes, there is no place like home. So DELSU is a place I see as my home. So it's time for me to go back and visit my alma mater. It is always a bittersweet experience, especially when the rejected stone becomes the cornerstone. Arriving at Abraka, I realized that everything had changed. It has metamorphosed from that very quiet village into a mini city. It was so busy and rowdy at the same time. It brought about nostalgic moments as I recognized a few places, and then it dawned on me, like, bro, you have to visit Imo Hostel. Imo Hostel was where I once lived as a student. Going to Imo Hostel was laced with so much tension. I wasn't even ready for any form of bad news because there were so many people as indigents in that village who took care of me, from Oga Madu to MP Mama Put. I just wanted to make sure I find these people alive. So going there, brought about that feeling of, may these people never die, or may they still be alive. I just really wanted to see them. Remember me? Ayo.
Yes.
I greet you. And guess what? Lo and behold, I was so happy to see Oga Amadu. Oga Amadu is still very much alive and kicking. You see the two pepper soup here? Yeah. Are you serious? Wow. Oga Amadu used to sell us dinner. Every evening, the full goat goes down for Ukodo. This man you see here says yam and Ukodo here. We go kill full goats for this place. He dey finish that same night. And the good thing about this man, he understands some of us, we never get money, he go give us credit. He will give us credit. Although guess some people know they pay credit. But me, I not join that group. So he was always selling credit for me. And the day I not get money at all, they go make sure they give me food. They like me like that. If you never tasted Oga Amadu's Ukodo, then you never, I repeat, you never lived in Imo Hostel. I just make I can't look my former room. Yes, Imo Hostel brought me memories. I was dumbfounded to find out that Imo Hostel was no longer in existence. Everywhere was like a war zone, like, it was more like a refugee camp. I went to my former room. It was crazy to see. This is my room. This was ABO Kitty's room. This one is my room. This one is the Andre room. Oh wow. Imo Hostel, the very famous Imo Hostel that used to be #1 in the whole of Delta State University, was completely apart. This room used to be the winning award for neatest room. For real? For Delta. I can't say what happened. I probably would say maybe development happened and students found the need to be in better places, better hostels. But I would have expected the legacy of Imo Hostel to have been kept. The owners, I would have expected them to do some form of renovation to meet with modern standards and whatever, because Imo was #1 at the time. So it was very, very funny to find a hostel that way. I even saw the door of one of my exes. One get away break my heart. This one of my ex-girlfriend. Everybody don't tell mama, everybody don't marry. So it was crazy to see a hostel that way though. I used the opportunity to ask about MP. MP, on the other hand, is Mama Put for short. We students of Emo Hostel, we call her MP for short. MP used to okra rice, beans, plantain, all the what have you for breakfast. So before we go out for lectures, we'll carry our plates and wait for MP. And the beautiful thing about Oga Amadu and MP was that they used to sell credit. I used to enjoy credit facility, whereby they will give me food and wait until I travel to Warri and come back with money to be able to pay. And without Oga Amadu and MP then, there was no breakfast and dinner. Forget about lunch. Lunch is that middle part. There was no need to for any form of lunch because I couldn't afford lunch at the time. And so I had to ask Oga Amadu about MP. How they go find Mama Put?
Okay, what's when I come out for is you there?
Yeah.
You go straight.
Yes.
When you read that where they wash car, for them, ask them.
Okay. All right. And the minute he said MP is still very much alive and kicking, I was bubbling with excitement again. I needed to go see MP. I needed to give back to these people and show these people love as well. The same love they showed to me while I was still a student in Delta State University. So we're running out of time and I didn't know when and how to go meet MP. So I decided to get in touch with Oga Amadu, collect his contacts, to reach out to him and reach out to his son, and I had to get the son to call me later so that it will help me go and find MP.
Hello, sir.
Hey, sir. Hello.
Sir.
Okay. You want to be with MP now? Mama Put. Make a follow up.
Hello.
Hello, Mama. Nibo.
Hey, brother.
You don't forget me. How are you?
How are you?
Nibo.
And my baby remember me so God to bless you.
God bless you. God bless you, ba.
People they say I did, say they find me.
Yes, I come Abraka yesterday. So I can't go round. Yeah. When I go round, I can't see your guy Amadu. Your guy Amadu self down road. So but your voice is sharp now, so I'll be happy.
I think that I remember all of them. They got to their name one by one. I don't want to give me a headache for him. They want to give me a headache.
Good.
For the right people, they give me a headache.
I talked yesterday that I said MP they self will give me credit. But the guy will get the list say yes, once money come, no one must pay. And I exactly what to happen with that. As I come back and say no, that mama will take care of me. We find out. We will find out. Which business they do now? What do they do now?
I know what you do. One makes the way like they carry me for gas. This Nana they pay me.
Oh wow.
I wait.
No.
I'm not going to cook again. No, this, that's it. Yeah.
It is well. What am I going to do now? I'll say make if they come meet you so that they will fit collect either your account number or your PK account number. Make I sell something come. At least maybe use that one take whole body or take start something.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I will send. I will send to Oga Amadu to make it take start something. I will send mail that take start something. So I will send something now. I also want to use the opportunity to say thank you for all the love and the care you take care of me when I be student. Thank you, man.
That's so bless you. And I hear your voice, so I have my mind on sugar.
Oh, thank you, man. Nibo.
Putting that call through to MP gave me so much joy. And I was very, very happy to have spoken with MP. MP needs to start a business again. And of course, Oga Amadu needs to start something again as well. Whatever it is, They just need to start something. And that is how much I owe the two of them. And now it was time to visit the theatre arts department, the department where I overstayed my welcome as a student. You know, a lot of people don't know my story in Delsu. Delsu was where I started from music department. From music department going into final year, I had to stop. I started afresh again, took elective courses in mass communication, from mass communication to theatre arts. Theatre arts where I stayed again, I overstayed my welcome again. Mr. Martin!
Welcome.
I greet you, boss.
Yeah, how you doing?
Well done, sir. I had issues in the department, some that I wouldn't like to go into, but I wasn't a member of any court, so it had nothing to do with courtesan. I was just a victim of circumstance, and the department really dealt with me. I paid my dues, I did all I needed to do. So coming back to that department, that nostalgic feeling was there. But the minute I saw the reception, the reactions, everything just turned the whole thing around for me. I became happy all of a sudden. It was a beautiful experience. I mean, the way the students received me, the lecturers had something to say. Dr. Martins Tubukorowe had something to say about me and my contribution to the department and how they perceive AY even after school.
I want to especially welcome our former students and ambassadors of this department, Mr. Ayo Maku, popularly called AY.
The students had different presentations. The one that did rhymes, the one that came up with stand-up comedy to entertain me, did their beats as well. It was just practically fun. It reminded me of my days as a student there, and I had the opportunity to also speak with the students to encourage them as well.
Greatest artists! Greatest of the greatest artists! Some of us who left this department, most of us were together. We had a dream. We had a focus. Even when we were in theater department, D blocks, we were seeing exactly where we were going. We knew it from the very beginning. And I want to advise here and now, anything you think that you want to become out there must start from here. Now, if your name is Sidan Luke, once you leave here, you will see Sidan. I am a living example. When I was here, all the things I used to do here are exactly the same thing that I do out there, with different packaging and what have you.
My profile as a theatre arts student was very solid. As a matter of fact, I was the very first student in the history of that department that directed a convocation production, something that is usually handled by the doctors, the deans, and what have you, but it was something that was bestowed to me based on my creative capacity at the time.
I started by organizing the campus beauty pageant here in Delsu, Delsu Most Beautiful Girl. And from here, we had girls that represented Nigeria even to Miss World level at the time. From here, I started the Campus Award Night, Delsu Achievers Merit Award. The same thing we carry go outside. That's the show business that you still see till date. Now what this department has done for me, there is no way in this world I can give back enough. This department has blessed me. This department has made me come somebody in life that people look at and they say this one's a human being. I heard Mr. Martin saying, don't go and post picture. Don't go and do this. The reason you are here, let me tell you the truth. The reason I'm here is because of this department.
But then it was also an opportunity to appreciate my lecturers and knowing fully well that they meant well for me, you know.
Now, our lecturers, I want you people to appreciate these people. Now, let me tell you why I'm saying this. Teachers have the opportunity to do things for themselves. But that selfless attitude says, it's my passion to teach. It's my passion to help people grow. Do you know what it means for me to have left this environment for after how many years? And I'm still here, meeting each and every one of them, still teaching us to become somebody in life. I think they deserve a standing ovation. Personally, I used to think that Mr. Okome was bad to me. But when I see where I did today now, I want to say thank you very much.
It was also time to give back to the department as well. So I came out to have a word with the students and contributed a token just as a cutting razor for better things that we can do for the department.
I'll first of all give the department 1 million.
My lecturers were not left out. I mean, when you give to the students, you must create that aesthetic balance. There I was standing and facing me were my lecturers, people who actually taught me, so, I mean, if you give to A, you must give to B. So I decided to give a token to some of my lecturers who were there present.
Then finally, our lecturers, nobody like say will come. They talk this student and make us more than us well for us. Another 1 million for our lecturers.
So the next port of call was the VC's Lodge. Yes, that's not the place you have the capacity or ability to just go to as a student. Yes, even when I was a student, I can count how many times I had that rare privilege. So I felt so honored to have found myself in the VC's Lodge. Meeting the VC was another very, very exciting experience for me. And the way he received me and talked about everything that informed his decision to have me come over was something to behold.
Let me say that AY has redefined comedy in Nigeria. I remember how it all started. There was this series about Aladora, something like that. That was a different total approach to comedy, and from there was no stopping AY. Then AY show became the summit of entertainment in Nigeria within a short time. And we are so proud of you for that. You have broken grounds, and we think that that is exemplary. And all those who understand what it is to be creative, we look up to you.
Apart from going for the main function, the dinner and what have you, the VC insisted that I go around, I visit the hostels. So I already knew what was going to happen, because back in the day when I was a student, I used to bring celebrities, and when we take them to those hostels, usually the students, they go berserk. The funny thing is that the man who used to bring people as celebrities is about to be celebrated by the same students. And that was very, very memorable for me. That was memorable for me. I mean, from there, we moved to the sports complex. That was another madness.
Greatest of the greatest, that's why. Greatest Bagba, greatest Big B. Who they bring? The life what we get for dancing today now for enjoyment. Wave your hands if you're proud to be a dancer. Wave your hand. Wave it to the right, left and right. If you're proud to be a dancer, just the wave on, the wave on. Yeah, so you don't tell who graduate from here, but what you want to tell you now the truth. When we there, it's not easy. When we there, we visit that they suffer us. When we there, we visit that they punish us. But that they prepare us to go outside, so that when we reach there, we're not going to carry last. And today we carry last. The reason why they are become meet us, not because of what you know they see. Anything one that they see, we will get times 4, times 5, times 6, times 7, times 8. If you not ready yourself here, if you don't prepare yourself here, outside go tough. Outside go tough. Waiting when they tell now prepare here. Who they from say I'm not send, but when you reach outside, they're not gonna send you to. Send your book here. Send the things where you know. Get the best of relationship here. Even friends they grow together and come over here, they become somebody. The one way become somebody go help you not become. But may your case be said that you go be the one who gonna help people. In Jesus' name. Greatest Bagbo. Greatest Bagba. Greatest Big B. Who they breathe?
From the sport complex we moved into the alumni dinner that was set as it was crazy. I met my very amiable Dr. Joyce. Dr. Joyce gave me a kiss on the lips and the students were like, wow! Yeah, because Dr. Joyce was my mama, was my run-to. Anytime I had issues on campus, she would step in like the true mother and you know, she was my mother figure on campus. Having myself in that gathering was fun. I loved every bit of all the activities that was put in place to welcome me.
On that note, I want to say a very big thank you to one man that supported my career. He supported me every time when I go worried. He say, "You're not going to pay. You're not going to pay my grade. You're not going to pay." I said, "Make I try." And the man will just support me. But see that way you support. Now I be this today. Boss, thank you very much. God bless you. Big one, boss. Great Ezra, thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
I was so happy to have been celebrated by the students of Delta State University, and it brings back that saying or that gospel which says weeping may endure for a while but joy comes in the morning. So this is my morning of enjoyment. This is me saying thank you to Delta State University for making me become the man that I am today. Thank you to the VC for inviting me. Thank you to my lecturers, and thank you to the entire students of Delta State University. And this is what I want people to take home. You know, some actions in life like stock market investments that might make you scared in the short run, but they always pay dividends in the future. Yes, for me, I would say that I'm enjoying a brighter future as a brand per se. And all of this training, all of this tutelage came from the lecturers in Delta State University. Delta State University, the environment as a whole, influenced everything that has made me strong. And it's also good to let people know that education is our passport to the future, and tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. I prepared for mine all the while I was in Abraka, and today I'm enjoying the dividends. Thank you.